Welcome to lesson number 1, Organizing Ad Units. In this lesson, you will learn what is downward compatibility and also how to design and implement an ad unit structure. Let's start. What is it? Downward compatibility is by default enabled with each ad request. Its goal is to increment the possibilities of ads responding no matter the size of the ad slot. This means that every time ad pushup calls an ad request from the ad unit on your landing page, it will always send multiple size requests. Let's dive in a little bit more to learn about ad units. Ad units structure. Ad units are organized into a hierarchy. There's a default top level where you can create new parent ad units. So let's see what are the different types of ad units. First, you have the parent. It is located at the top level inherit network settings for the inventory. Then you have the child ad units. They inherit attributes from their parents or from default network settings. As you can see on the screenshot, the parent ad unit is always on the top and is created by default. You always have the first one created. And then under actions, you can add child units under that parent ad unit. Depending on the version of GAM that you have, you will be able to have different types of levels of child ad units. The last thing that we're going to see is placement. It is a collection of one or more ad units where an advertiser ad can be displayed. Let's say we have a publisher that is dedicated for news. So first of all, we would have the ad unit that it will compose the different types of news available. For example, science and news and culture news. The key value is the position of the ad space on that science news section. So for example, we have a leaderboard on the science news section and a top box. In the second ad unit that it would be for the culture news section, we would have as a key value the position top box and also another position for the bottom box. These both ad units composes placements of local news, so a group of ad units. Now we're going to see some best practices for publishers. We're going to see what do you want to do and what are recommendations or what you use in each case. The first one is target an ad to specific section for your content. So in this case, you should use ad units. The second one, easily target an ad to all your sports subsections. In this case, you should use ad units which provides flow down targeting. Third, exclude your app inventory from run-off network ads. You should use special ad units. Mark your app inventory as special ad units. Then we have easily target all of your sport, finance, and weather landing pages. In this case, you should use placements. Combine all of your landing pages in one placement. Target an ad to a specific gender anywhere on your content. You should use key values which provide horizontal targeting. For example, gender equals female. Lastly, target an ad to a specific sports team anywhere on your website. So you should use, again, key values which provide horizontal targeting. For example, team equals Yankees or any other team. We wanted to do a final recap of how downward compatibility works. So let's say we have an ad slot of 336 by 280 on the page and ad pushup sends multiple size requests, which is basically a request for that size, along with all the compatible sizes, which could be a 300 by 250, 320 by 100, 320 by 50, among others. If we get a 336 by 280 ad in response, the process just ends there. Otherwise, we will look for other sizes in the request, and if we have a 300 by 250 ad in response, but not the one that we were looking for, we will still serve any of the compatible sizes. We do this to ensure that the inventory is always filled, or at least as much as possible, and take into account that by default, all the ad units created are downward size compatible. We've reached the end of a lesson, and today we learned that downward compatibility is enabled in every ad request, and it helps you to serve multiple size ads in your ad slot. Also, we learned that with the ad units, we have different hierarchies that we can organize our inventory. We have the top hierarchy and then all the child ad units below it. Remember that ad pushup can help you boost your inventory, so keep this lesson in hand. Thank you.